All right, on the bench we have a TRC-495 from Radio Shack, and this is a customer, Rob, from my home state here, Massachusetts. So after talking on the phone, we had talked about sending this in, and along with that, trying to get these things fixed. And while this is, I guess, a good radio, a great radio, and it should be fixed, that one there, I'll open it up. I'll see what's going on, but it's really not worth spending too much time on that. It's just a cheap radio with, I don't know, somebody already put an RCA out on this, probably for a speaker. Maybe the speaker's dead, I don't know. But I'll open it up, I'll do a quick diagnosis, and if it's something dumb, we can, get it fixed. But if not, those are throwaways. But yeah, I mean, if I can get it fixed, I'll get it fixed. But this here, on the other hand, this is worth fixing. This is a pretty cool radio. This has got to be probably Radio Shack's last base, if not one of the last base units that they sold. And what's cool about this one is it has a scan feature, and it scans pretty fast, actually. Some of the radios with the scan feature, they scan so slow, and this one's pretty good. This one goes pretty fast. And so I got this on plugged in already. See what it's doing for output. Audio. Oh man, that sucks. Yeah. We got a 1 watt dead key, which I don't know. It's not good. But let's see if she's receiving. So let me get this plugged into the RF generator and see how good her ears are. All right, I got the signal generator here. Let me turn this on. 19. Channel 19. So we got just about 12. Yeah. What we got there? 110, 11, 12. Minus 112 dBm. So that's really good. So I got this going through the external speaker here, just in case you guys are wondering where the load is. So there it is. But yeah, it's hearing pretty well. It's got to be adjusted. So all we got is that transmit issue. Let me shut this off. Alright. Yeah, this meter's got to be adjusted as well. Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, so it's hearing pretty well. So we'll try to get this transmit power up. Well, I'll see what's going on with that first. So I'm thinking probably a bad final. That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, let me get into this. Let me get this case open and see what's going on here, guys. Alright, so I got the cover off. And it's a pretty easy, I guess you could say, work on radio. There's not much to it. All your basic components are in there. But unfortunately, working on a radio of this vintage, mid 80s to early 90s, I'd say, it's tough finding schematics. It's tough finding alignment procedures, especially if it's not in the SAM's manuals, which Sam stopped 81, 82, somewhere around there. So anything after that, you kind of rely on the manufacturer's schematics, the manufacturer's service manual. And unfortunately, this TRC-495 falls into that category where you can scour the whole damn internet and you're just not going to find, I couldn't find a schematic, I couldn't find a service manual for this. And, you know, CB Tricks isn't what it used to be either. And so it's, the only thing I can do as a tech is just, you know, if you don't have the manuals, like if you didn't do this back when in the heyday of CBs, and you didn't save the, you know, the manuals, you know, then you're kind of out of luck. You know, you're at the mercy of the internet, or, you know, you can go on these forums, but even the forums are kind of dead, you know, no one's really updating anything. It's unfortunate. So, you know, I'm not, you know, I haven't been doing CB repair, you know, for a long time. So, you know, so I don't have a whole collection of repair manuals at my disposal. You know, I rely on the internet like many of us do. But what I can do is do just basic troubleshooting. And that's what I'm going to do with this unit here. You know, I did find some information, you know, on the internet, going through some of these forums, but not much. So one thing I did notice, though, is, well, we were getting some modulation. I mean, we were getting a dead key here of like 1 watt, which is weird. I still suspect a bad final, but, you know, usually you don't get any power out of a blown final, but I'm kind of like, I don't know, I'm like kind of like torn on what to do here, but we got 1 watt. But if I'm getting a watt, I should get some sort of modulation. So audio, audio, audio into the mic, and I'm not getting any modulation. But I did notice, I don't know if you can hear that, but this mic, something feels weird about it. Something's loose, something's broken. So I do have a spare realistic mic here, and I'm going to put in and see if I can at least get some modulation out of this, even though it's only dead keying at 1 watt. Audio, audio, audio. Yeah, exactly. So one of the problems is probably the cartridge in this thing. It's bad. So what I'll end up doing is opening this up and seeing why, you know, it's not working properly. So that's one issue down. Next issue, I think, because I have a bunch of, I save when people do final upgrades or MOSFET upgrades, I end up saving, you know, some of these transistors, ones that I know are good. Some drivers, whatever. Whatever's good, I save. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap out a final here and try to do the best alignment I can on this and see if we can get this radio working, because I don't think that there's something super crazy wrong with this. But again, like I said, man, it's a shame that I can't get schematics for some of these radios of the you know, mid 80s, early 90s. It's you know, you can occasionally find something, but man, it is tough. It is tough, and trying to service these, sometimes you hesitate taking them in, but you know, I hate to not help out somebody, so I'm trying my best here. So let me get this final transistor soldered in and do the best alignment I can on this, and maybe, just maybe, with some luck, we'll get this radio working. Stand by. Alright guys, so got her fixed, thank God. It ended up, I did the final, and then I ended up doing a transmit alignment, and we got this back up and running. So yeah, got the final in. I got the put some, even though it's got the pad, I still put some heatsink compounds, and yeah, so now audio, audio, audio. It's not a big swinging radio. What do you get? Maybe like 10, 11 PEP, but these things aren't big swinging radios anyway. But what I'll do is I will do kind of like a, I guess you could say like a tune-up, basic alignment on this. And I'll do it along so that way in case, one of you guys have, one of these TRC 495s, you can kind of do a basic, check and, try to get it as best we can without a service manual. So first of order is to make sure unit's warmed up. So this thing's been on for at least an hour. We want on channel 20. Now you're going to need a frequency counter for this, but we're going to see if it's on frequency. All right, key it up. And we got 27.2050. That is perfect. Perfect, right on frequency. If by any chance it was off frequency, the CT1 here is what you want to adjust. That's the one there. Adjust that so it's on frequency. So next, we are going to check the voltage regulator. So, and we want this set at 13.8 volts. So we want to find the audio IC, which is over here. Pin 5 is the one all the way on the right. And I got my ground right on the transformer strap. And I'm going to put my other lead to lead 5. And what do we have? Sorry, 13.78. So we're right on, basically. If not, what you want to adjust is this VR4 right here. And that will change the voltage on that fifth leg on that audio IC. Yeah, so that's for that, for the voltage. Transmit power, it's going to be L5, L6, and L14, which is right here. And you obviously want to have a watt meter, and you're going to key up and set that to the max, which I've already done. So what I'm going to end up doing is, because L14 here, this is it's pretty loose in there, I'm going to end up putting some wax in there to keep that from moving. Even though it's a base station, I don't want it to move, get out of calibration while it's being shipped back, because we all know how the shipping can be. So now what's next? We can do the receiver line. So let me get this hooked up on the signal generator and get this receive, even though it doesn't even need it. I mean, it was receiving pretty well, but we'll go through the steps anyway. Let me get this hooked up on the signal generator. Alright guys, for the receive alignment on these radios, you obviously, let me turn this, you obviously have to have a signal generator and an oscilloscope. This works best this way. You can try to do it based on, maybe you can do it with some white noise and max S units. You can try to attempt it that way. I'm not sure if that would really work, but you could do it with a signal generator and an S, doing max S units on the meter. But for the best results, guys, obviously you're going to need a signal generator and an oscilloscope. So I got the scope connected to, so I have a external speaker, which is right there. And what I do is I have 2 wires connected to the back, so that gives me my speaker and the 8 ohm load. And I have the probe connected to the negative and the positive on the speaker. and we're going to adjust for max. Actually, I can take this out. So you're going to hear the tone from the signal generator, so bear with me here, guys. So that's the signal coming in. So I got this at minus 90 dBm. I think it's a good signal to use, even though I don't have really any specs on what signal should be going through here. But and now we're just going to adjust. Let me turn this down. So we're going to adjust for receive. L1. This is L2, L12, L13, and L3. And we're going to tune those to get the max on the scope here. So let me get this volume up. To a decent. And now I'm going to start adjusting. Turn this up a little bit. All right. About there. Right about there. Yeah, this wasn't too far off. So this one, this one, this one, this one, and that one. Alright, set for max. That's that. Receiver set on these. On this unit here. So I think we're pretty much done with this. This is the best that I can do with the information I have. So I hope this will actually help somebody with one of these. But yeah, let me. I'm gonna end up cleaning up all this dust out of here, and I'll probably just go ahead and get rid of some of that glue that's in there, some of these spots. And yeah, I consider this radio done. So I'm really happy that I was able to fix this radio, even though I have no schematics on it or any service information.
them all down at this particular 1036 anyway. And happy Veterans Day to you also coming up there, my brother. Hard punching 841 Birmingham, hiding behind this bush, waiting on a duck is getting up.
Yeah, I just decided to open up this mic, see what was going on. So, this is the issue right here. This tab that holds the switch in is broken, so when you go to key up the mic, it pushes the whole switch back. And you can't get a full throw on that switch, so. Yeah, alright, I got your Pro 501 here, Rob, and it's fixed. Luckily it wasn't anything too crazy, and you can have your little radio working again. So these telephone style connections, you know, they're not really the greatest. So I sprayed some deoxit and just kept plugging, unplugging until finally made a good connection there. Sprayed some deoxit on the switch contacts, and lo and behold, we have modulation. So yeah, that was the issue. I don't know if you still want that in there or whatnot. It looks like it was just jumped across the speaker terminals, but I'll leave that in there. I guess if you want, you can just cut it out. But let's get this. Right now I have it hooked up on the signal generator. I don't have a synad meter hooked up to it, but let's see what we got. It's minus 70. Minus 90, minus 100, 110. You can just barely hear it at minus 120. I'm actually surprised. 130, nothing. 120. Actually a really good receiving radio. I'm shocked. All right, let me get this on the let me get this on the watt meter. See what's going on. All right, mic's back together. Got it hooked up. Yeah, let's see what she's doing. Audio. Not bad. Not bad. All right. Glad I could help you with both your radios, bud. Enjoy them.